An American law firm is set to launch a massive claim for compensation over a Qantas flight in 2008. The plane was forced to land at a remote Air Force base in Western Australia, and more than 100 passengers and crew were injured.
Passengers were left dazed in the badly damaged cabin of the Qantas Airbus 330, which went into two uncontrolled dives on a flight from Singapore to Perth.
The paramedics and ambulance people into the aircraft, please make way for these people.
Emergency crews treated more than 100 injured passengers and crew, and 2 years later more than 70, including the captain and flight crew, are heading to a US court.
Many people on board the Qantas Flight 72 suffered severe psychological trauma, if not physical damage. Their psychological trauma is the worst component, and the US law allows recovery for that.
Chicago-based Wisner law firm is targeting the aircraft manufacturer Airbus and the maker of an onboard computer in what they say could prove Australia's largest aviation compensation claim. But there's already concern about the impact of an action seeking lucrative damages through the US courts.
If they're successful, every time an aeroplane gets into severe turbulence, which happens quite a lot, passengers are going to turn around and say, well, let's sue the airline for a duty of care.
Lawyers acting for passengers in Australia say the push for compensation could be fought out in the courts here. As well as supporting the action in the United States, at least two firms are preparing to lodge damages claims against Qantas in Australian courts.
There have been claims by passengers against the carrier for some time. Some have already been resolved. But those that haven't been resolved have to be commenced in court before the 2-year anniversary of the flight, because there's a 2-year limitation date.
Qantas says it's already settled a number of claims and will consider any new ones. Andrew O'Connor, ABC News, Perth.